Good morning, people. Very happy bank holiday to you lot. I hope you are getting excited about this long weekend of good chocolate. Yes, I love Easter. Purely for the chocolate, for no other reason, just for that. But what am I doing here today? Today I wanted to have a little chat with you because it's my Friday special pain topic day, and I wanted to talk about the sciatic pain, the sciatical nerve that actually a lot of us suffer with. The morning girl, wow, you were quick, she's in already, nice. Thank you so much for being here. And again, we've got Gwillem. That's never really used that name for you there, Fon. Gwillem, it's a nice name though, well done. Good morning. And Sham, what is up with you lot? Good morning. Happy Friday, happy bank holiday, happy Easter to you lot. Sham's back in town. She gives me all the love hearts in the world. So thank you so much for that. Today I wanted to talk about, it's a special topic, and I talk about the most common pains that you guys are dealing with or experiencing, and try to shed some light on what is happening and what you can do about it. So I've got some little notes over here, so if you see me doing this, it's because I'm having a little read. Perfect. So basically, here we go. Sciatica. If you don't know what sciatica is, or what I'm talking about when I'm trying to explain this, sciatica is a nerve that's in our backs, and it sits around the lower end of the back, around the bottom bit of the back. Perfect. And then what it does is it branches off into two bits, and then it branches off again around the front and the back of the leg, which is why some people feel sciatica down in their heels, and some people feel it up the back of the leg as well. Sometimes they might not realise it, but the pain up the front is also could be related to a sciatic nerve. And what happens when we experience that sciatic nerve pain is that in our back, in our spine, where it begins, that sciatic nerve, it's got a few bones or a few discs for it to move past, and it's generally in one of those that it's just getting slightly pinched in one of the discs there. And it could be something more sinister. You could actually be having discs that are starting to degenerate. But that's not really for people unless you're quite a little bit older. I would think that it may be more of a pinch or something that you've managed to annoy somewhere. Love it. And also, if you ever have had sciatica, you will probably know that it tends to run down one dominant leg. It's never really both at the same time. If you do have both at the same time, then I would definitely recommend getting down to see a doctor as soon as you can, because yeah, you never know what's going on, and if it's both of them, then that's an extreme case of sciatica. Have a little shuffle forwards, and yeah, perfect. So that's what the sciatic nerve is, and if you've ever experienced sciatica, well, look at how many of you are here. Good morning, very good morning. Thank you so much for being here. So sciatica maybe is a big issue then, seeing as you've all managed to log in this morning. And when you have had sciatica, you get that dull ache. It runs all the way down the leg, and it's so annoying because there is no painkiller really that's going to help you get over that pain. And you can sit down, you can stand, you can lay down, and really nothing is helping that dull ache that's shooting down the leg there. And that's because it's being annoyed up here, it's being trapped. So what can we do about it? Well, first off, I would, if it is something that comes back a lot and you suffer with it a lot and it is extreme, go and see a doctor, because a doctor is going to get you a dedicated physio that is going to show you moves specifically for the areas that your sciatic nerve is trapped in. So depending on where it is trapped, depends on where you feel the pain. And I will tell you this, most people that suffer with sciatica, they moan about it no end. Oh, I've got a bad back, oh, I've got a bad leg. They don't go down the doctor to sort it out. And sciatica is one of the most treatable pains. We don't have to go to sort sciatica out through surgery unless you have left it way too late and there's nothing else that the medical team can do about it. A lot of people that suffer with sciatica make it better through physical therapy, through stretches, through exercises, movements, and maybe hydrotherapy. I used to help my back recover from huge spinal surgery that I had years ago, and I used to have to go to hydrotherapy, which is basically a swimming pool for people that are going to do physical exercise in it to help them strengthen up the areas that they're feeling weak in. So please don't feel like your life is over if you have sciatica. It is an awful pain, and it's one that doesn't really go away. You can't manage it with pills. We do have to find out what's happened there, where is it trapped, where is it pinched, and what are the moves that we can do that are really going to help it out. And as I said, if you've been suffering for a long time, and if you're fed up with it, if you're moaning about it all the time, just go and book a doctor's appointment, or come and check out some of the moves that I do. So I did, if you don't know me that well, years and years and years ago, I had scoliosis, which is a curvature of the spine. Mine was pretty intense. It was I was made a medical spectacle on my prom night as well, which was also it was upsetting for me. A medical spectacle because I had such an awful degree of curvature in my spine, and following on from that surgery, I was actually in a wheelchair for a couple of years whilst I had to learn how to walk again, and sciatic pain is something that I'm very, very familiar with. There is definitely a couple of movements that we can do. I'm going to show you them now, but please, if you're sat there and you're in pain and you're fed up with it, go and sort it out, people. You are going to live in that body for the rest of your life. There's no need to give in and be, I don't know, accepting that we're going to live in pain now. You don't have to accept it. You just have to do something about it. Nice. There's my little rants for you there. And here's my favourite exercise. My favourite exercises to do for sciatica. Actually, sciatica, I don't tend to do anything that's too crazy, that's going to annoy that movement, because what we've done there is we've trapped a nerve, so we just need to help it, hopefully, unpinch itself. Nice. What I'm doing here is I'm getting into a hamstring stretch. So to do this, you're going to anchor your heels into the floor. We're going to give our bum a little squeeze, and we're going to squeeze our core as well. We're going to open up our chest and shoulders here, and then from here we're going to run those hands down our legs, keeping our chest up to the ceiling. Nice. When you do that, you'll see that you get a nice straight back as you bend over, and keeping your shoulders back, we're just going to grab around the back of our legs. Nice. Now what I want you to do here is massively press your heels into the floor and massively squeeze your bum. Nice. That's all we're going to do for a good 10 seconds. Massively squeeze, massively press those heels into the floor. Perfect. What we're going to do now is we're just going to start to do some very gentle bounces, and that bounce actually comes from my bum. I'm not making that move happen with my back. I'm still thinking about my anchors and my bum here. Nice. What we're going to do now is keeping our chest up. We're going to see if there's any more movement that we can go down for. Still got that nice straight back. And again, we're going to now massively press our heels into the floor, and we're going to massively bum squeeze. Nice. Do it harder. Get involved. Do it. Don't just be like, oh, little squeeze. Go for it. Nice. Nice. Well done. You will be feeling this in your bum and your back at the moment, and we're just going to do that one more time. We're going to do those little pulses, keeping our chest up to the ceiling, and then we're going to see if we can reach down any more. Nice straight back. Okay, we're going to reach behind, grab the back of them legs. We're going to massively squeeze it into the floor. We want some good anchors, some good bum. Press it all the way in there. Nice. We'll do a couple more bounces. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring ourselves in to stand up. Nice. Perfect. We're also going to check out some of these out that go out to the side. But remember, when we're trying to help out our sciatic nerve, the worst thing you can do is make things intense and quick, because we're trying to help it unstick itself. Nice. Love it. Also, whilst we're doing these, sometimes we feel like we might have a sciatic nerve pain. It might actually be related to a weakness in the hips and in the glutes. And we have a piriformis nerve as well, which actually comes around here. And sometimes it can be that may be annoyed. That can actually be made better with this movement and by starting to build strength in your bum. If you don't do too much bum movements, you've got to start doing them, because your bum makes pretty much all of our movements. It's involved in everything. Nice. But we've done 10 over there, that's perfect. What we're going to do next is we're going to bring... Okay, I'm going to have a little chat about another variation of that hamstring stretch. So here we did a bounce and a compression. Nice. What we're going to do next is I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this hamstring stretch. When I was recovering from surgery, for years, I hated a hamstring stretch. I hated it because it hurt me so much. And I remember pretty much crying about having to get down on the floor and put my leg up in the air. And actually having to do it multiple times a day, it's just such a big song and dance to have to get down on the floor and do it. Especially if you work or something. So I actually had a normal job then. I used to be a receptionist. And one of the things that I worked on with my physio was being able to do these stretches throughout the day. And here's one that I actually did get on with. I would have a wall here, and all I would do, if you need another wall to hang on to, please do that. You're going to put one foot up against the wall. It doesn't matter if it's not as high as mine is. Don't stretch yourself to get it up high. What we're going to do is focus on one good anchor into the floor here, and then here, what I want you to do, if you can bring it up to hip level, cool. If you can't, it doesn't matter. What we're going to start to do is point your toe from the wall to your face. Yeah, and you're going to feel that one. That one feels good. This is the one that I actually used to do whilst I had a normal job, because I had to do this exercise like 5 times a day to feel the relief of the back issues that I had going on there. And what I would do here, as I started to get better at this stretch, I would have a little reach over and see if I could get my fingertips past my toes, and that's actually quite tough to do there. Nice. And you can change that over and do that one again. There is something that I wanted to talk about. Sciatica generally only affects one side of the body, but just because you only feel it on one side doesn't mean that you only help that side. Our bodies are really actually quite confusing, and sometimes when we feel a pain here, for instance, it could actually be really related to a muscle that's happening over or some tendons that are reaching over from the back. So please don't just think that's where the pain is, that's all that I'm going to work out. We're going to tackle both legs because our body is whole. Nice. So once you've done it on one side, then we can change over and we can do it again. This is actually my bad leg, so you see how much support I give it there. I help it up, I help it get into the wall, and then from here I'm going to give myself a great anchor, and then I'm going to start to try to bring my toe to my face, and I feel this all the way up here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Nice. We're going to hold that to you for as long as you can, and then when that feels good, you're then going to start to see if you can get, oh that's good, we're going to get our fingertips over there. So if you're wondering how long you hold this position for, well, the longer the better, maybe 20 to 40 seconds, and you really feel that starting to do its stuff, which is awesome. I've got one more stretch left. which is the one on the floor. Okay, this is probably the most common one, and they're all variations of hamstring stretches that I've done here. It's probably the best one for helping out that sciatic nerve. But what we're going to do for our last one is just have a little lay down on the floor. We're going to make sure both our legs start on the floor, and then you're only going to pick one up. Nice. Make sure, this is the thing that I see all the time, people that do this. If you're leaving your leg up, you're not giving it the stretch that you're asking it to do. You're actually having a little bit of a cheat with the hips there. And the other thing is the head. I see people bring their head and their shoulders up, and again that takes away the stretch. So we're going to make sure our head and shoulders are on the floor. Nice, we've got one leg on the floor and we've got one leg up in the air. If you need to, you can get yourselves a pillow or a towel to give you some support around your thigh here. If you can grab it, that's going to be great. And what we're going to do now is draw big massive circles with our toes. And I love to do circles because we're using our full range of motion, but we're also helping out our calves and our ankles whilst we do this. So I always do 10 circles one way, 10 circles back the other way. Then we can straighten the leg and you can flex that toe to your face. I need you to hold it where it hurts. We need to get in there and sort this pain out. So don't just sit there and think, oh yeah, that's enough. Really feel it and hold it. Nice. Again, 30 seconds would be beautiful. Perfect. Nice. The longer you hold it, the more of a chance your nerve has to have that good little stretch and potentially unpinch itself from wherever it's gone. We're going to have a little changeover and we're going to do it again. Please do take notice of your legs and your shoulders. Nice. We'll do 10 one way and we'll do 10 round the other as well. Perfect. From here we're going to straighten it. We're going to flex that toe down to our faces and we're going to hold it where it hurts. Love it. Nice. Again, you would hold that for about 30 seconds if you could. Perfect. Nice. I'm going to put that one down and hopefully for all those people that just got up with me this morning to have a chat about sciatica, hopefully you did do that and hopefully you'll be feeling the difference. Massive shout out people, I don't know what's up with you, why are you all out of bed so early? Hey, thanks, a massive hello to Dan. He is definitely someone that's on my mind all the time and I never get to see him. I hope you're doing good over there. I hope you're sunning yourself on a nice beach as is Johnny. I'm not jealous. Perfect. Oh, fabulous. You're fabulous, Martin. Thank you so much. Yeah, please do give them a go. And sciatica is common. A lot of us do suffer with it. It happens from lack of movement. It happens from spines that we're not looking after very well. And if you did think it's because of how your spine is, then come and check out my posture corrections, because the way that you hold yourself really helps your body as well. And if you have great posture, you're less likely to feel pain and injuries elsewhere. So yeah, there you go, my lovely lot. That was a great surprise to see all of you here. Very wonderful Friday to you. I hope you really enjoy your bank holiday weekend. Good morning, Phil. And yeah, Johnny, if I was somewhere hot, I would be doing it on the beach daily. Don't you worry about that. Unfortunately, I'm in miserable England. It's supposed to be snowing here next week. Perfect. With that in mind, I'm going to go and stuff myself with loads of chocolate this weekend because it is the Easter holidays and it's probably the best chocolate holiday of the year. Make sure you're very naughty about it, enjoy it, and I shall be back here Monday to do some Monday morning mobilisations with you. So yeah, it may be bank holiday, but I'm still going to be around, so why don't you join me for that, especially if you miss out usually. Have yourselves a very lovely day. I shall see you Monday. Goodbye.